Right, who wants to know my top 5 favourite historical fiction reads of 2025? Well, stay tuned. I'm going to be doing a top 5 for all of the genres that I've got through this year. Last year I did like a top 50 list, but it's so hard to compare a fantasy read to a thriller one. So I thought I would organise them in their own categories. I'm starting with historical fiction tonight because I've got no more historical fiction on my physical TBR for the remainder of this year. The fantasy and thriller one I'll have to do later on, just because you might read the most banging book at the end of the year and not have included it in your list. So I am just going with historical fiction reads. So let's get this top 5 countdown underway. Right, in at number 5 we have the incredible Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I love this woman so much. This is my fourth read I believe, by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Every single one has been 5-star. She does historical fiction with like lit fic, and it's just mesmerising. It's so emotional towards the end. She covers a lot of topics in this book. Honestly, this woman can do no wrong. She's so knowledgeable on all of the things that she covers, like movie star, tennis star, astronaut. Phenomenal, honestly, absolutely phenomenal. So I had to start her at number 5. I'll go and grab number 4. Right, in at number 4 we have The Reformatory by Tananarive Due. This is so eerie, but it's got nothing on the pages and the content inside, let me tell you. It's 1950, it's Florida, racism is rife. Your blood will boil by reading some of these pages. The way people of colour are treated, even still to this day, but going through the story in this book, it's disgraceful. The segregation, the treatment because of something so minuscule. Honestly, they would lock people of colour up for doing the most minute thing, guilty or not. It's disgraceful, honestly. This book, though, you're coming across some beautiful characters. There's some harrowing stories. It does have like a supernatural element. I implore you to read this. It's so good. It is quite heavy and quite difficult, but it is definitely a must read. I'll go and grab book number 3 on this countdown. Book number 3 on my list, The Lost Past of Billy McQueen by Neil Alexander. This is the second historical fiction that I read by Neil Alexander. The first one being The Vanishing of Margaret Small, which I rated 5 stars. It's incredible. The Lost Past of Billy McQueen. Wow. This is so impactful. I very rarely read too many LGBTQ plus books, and I'm like, why? It's not like I go out my way to find them, but there isn't just that much inclusiveness when it comes to LGBTQ. This book is incredible. It takes you back to Northern Ireland. It takes you on this journey of two people connecting and they're unsure whether or not, about their sexuality. So you dive through that. The nostalgia in this book is incredible. Now, I was born in 88, but it's a bit earlier than that. However, you get all the references. It's like a time warp. Oh, it's so good. So good, so emotional. It's just incredible. Neil Alexander is a must read if you like historical fiction. Right, that's number 3. I'll go and grab the book at number 2. Right, in at number 2 is the most incredible book, Kristin Hannah's The Women. This was my introduction to her work. I have recently read The Great Alone, completely different book. However, this, unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. This book is about female empowerment. It's about the Vietnam War. Imagine going to war, seeing the most horrendous things, dealing with the most horrendous casualties, putting your life constantly on the line. And because women are second-class citizens back in this era, it's like the complete erasure of women. You come home after dealing with all of these devastating scenes and people just laugh at you because you're like, you're a woman, you definitely didn't go to war. What are you talking about? You should have been in the kitchen, basically. It makes your blood boil, the way women are treated, for starters. However, it's so empowering, like the courage this woman had. I loved Frankie so much. You get a love story through this, you get heartbreak, you've got obviously the war setting behind you while she's running, things are like blowing up behind her, she's in these tents dealing with the most severe casualties you ever come across. You can vividly see these things whilst hear the trembles while you're reading. The writing style is just remarkable, it really is. I love this book so much and I cannot wait to devour all of her work. Her writing style is just impeccable. there is one other book that topped this for me. I'll go and grab book number 1. So in at number 1, and my favourite historical fiction read of 2025, Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix. Now, I think I've got a running theme here because a lot of these are about the injustices of how women are treated. This is 1970. This is Florida, surprise, surprise. Wellwood House. Now, I know obviously religion is still massive. I think it has deteriorated over like years, but this is 1970. It's deemed severely inappropriate if you have a baby out of wedlock and at a certain age. Fern's 15, falls pregnant, and like any other girl in that predicament, she is forced to move into this house, shunned by her family. They're just disgraced by her, and she is obviously to give birth to this, and the baby is to go to somebody else that they deem appropriate to have it. Now, the horror in this book, because it's historical fiction, bit of fantasy, bit of horror, is just in the way that the women are treated in this, the young women. It's absolutely disgraceful. It's disgusting. Again, it's a difficult subject to hand. I loved the sprinkle of fantasy. Overall, this is by far my favourite read. Now, I've enjoyed every single one, and every single one I've spoken about tonight is 5-star. This one, this is just going to take me on a massive Grady Hendrix readathon. I have recently read another of his. It didn't fulfill me as much as this one, but I've got a lot more to get through. I implore you to go and read this book. So that was my top 5 historical fiction picks of 2025. Stay tuned for the top 5 thriller, fantasy, and then I'll just combine everything else. They'll be coming really soon. Make sure you're adding those historical fictions to your TBR. Historical fiction is such an unsung hero amongst genres. It is honestly, it's remarkable. Go and check them out. Make sure you add them to your TBR. I'll catch you soon.